Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and yeah, a little bit disappointing update on GTA 6 to be honest with you ladies and gentlemen, I'll be real with you. So, basically the game is out for pre-orders if you're in like New Zealand or whatever, and there's been a lot of alarming information that has been out that I feel like a channel like mine and what I've talked about for years is pretty in tune with this. So obviously you know that I'm a huge GTA fan. I love my Grand Theft Auto. Been playing this shit since I was a kid, okay? I've been turned into a fine adult getting experienced on some of the best crime murder simulators a growing boy could ever need. But ladies and gentlemen, ultimately the end of the day, I have these physical games here for a reason. Every physical game here that you see, Red Dead Redemption 2, Jedi Survivor on the PlayStation 4 specifically, Grand Theft Auto 3 Vice City San Andreas on the PlayStation 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, whether you buy it on the PlayStation 3, PS5, PS4, available on the disc. Final Fantasy VII Remake Rebirth, okay, comes on 2 discs. You don't need the internet, none of that shit. A lot of the gaslighting I get from physical nerds is like, hey, when you buy a physical disc, it doesn't come with the game. You have to download it. I feel like I'm talking to a fucking child that doesn't understand that download in this context means going from the disc to the fucking hard drive on the system. You know this Baldur's Gate 3 physical on the PS5 comes on 2 discs, okay? You put the data disc, you put the play disc, and never shall the internet be a needed thing. I feel like I'm talking to a fucking brick wall, okay? Like, there's no point. Anyways, you can pre-order GTA on June 25th, okay? Midnight, local time, wherever the fuck you are in the world. So pre-orders come with the Ultimate Edition, which, don't get me wrong, we'll be looking at, which amplifies the deepest and most immersive GTA experience yet, with an exclusive collection of premium cars, weapons, apparel, and action threaded across all aspects of the game story. So GTA 6 is a single-player experience coming to PS5 and Xbox, blah, blah, blah. And if you purchase before November 20, you get the vintage car pack. Now, the paragraph most important to me is people who pre-order the digital versions of GTA 6 will get to preload on November 12th. Makes sense, you could preload anytime. To ensure they are able to play on November 19th, the physical version of GTA 6, not GTA 6, oh, did you buy the fucking collector's edition, which some collector's editions these days don't even have the physical discs. This one does. Comes with a nice steelbook. Comes with a map of, like, of the Red Dead 2's map. And, 2 fucking discs, which have the game. So basically, the physical copies contain a download code inside the box and will be available November 12th. So you can go to the store and be like, I would like to buy my cardboard box with a 12-digit code inside it. And then you take that 12-digit code, you come home to your PlayStation or your fucking, Xbox, and then you put that code in and you download the fucking, which defeats the purpose of the physical edition. Like, why the fuck would I get out of my house, get into my fucking car, drive up, burn the fucking electricity to drive down to the game store? Okay, here's your $100. Okay, whatever the fuck I have to pay. Okay, let's assume the game is $5. Okay, I don't know, I had $5 in there. Here's the game. Okay, he gives me a fucking code in a box. I come, just fucking buy it digitally on the storefront. Why even be so performative at that point? You know what I mean? What the fuck? It's like people who bitch about game key cards, rightfully so. At least a game key card and at least like the fucking gimped physical release, you at least get like a disc that you can share around. Here, it's like, well, here's just a fucking code. Like, why would I bother? People are like, well, you get the box, isn't that all you needed? No, I wanted the game in the box, dude. That's fucking one of the reasons I bought the fucking thing. So already, not off to a great start. And, I was one of those people where, again, I would have probably bought the Steelbook edition, like this is the Red Dead 2 Ultimate Edition. And the reason I do it is because Rockstar is one of the few companies where the quality of game is so high that I would actually buy the Ultimate Edition for the Steelbook map and everything. I wouldn't give Ubisoft the same love. I wouldn't give EA the same. There's a lot of companies where I'd be like, just give me the cheapest edition you have, and I'll call it a day. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I thought Rockstar would be one of those few companies where they would be like, hey, look, we value physical releases. Even their CEO, when he was talking to like Variety magazine, he denied a rumor that only digital versions would be available on the GTA 6 release. When asked about a digital-only strategy, he's like, that's not the plan. So I guess the plan involves fucking over the physical disc owners, because you know damn well, like, you can try to boycott GTA 6, but that's like boycotting like Hogwarts Legacy. That's like boycotting some of the most popular media and video games, right? Obviously, a lot of people are going to buy it, and the reality of it is that this has just basically become like normalized. So now if you're EA, now if you're Ubisoft, now if you're Nintendo, now if you're like Microsoft's already been giving dog shit gimped physical media. But now, you know, in the biggest media release in gaming history so far is doing this shit, well, you know it's pretty much a normalized situation anyways. And again, I would have been somebody that would have supported Rockstar and bought the Ultimate Edition, but I don't really have a reason to when I don't even get the fucking actual game in the box. So I guess let's look at the Ultimate Edition, because it's like kind of controversial too in a sense as well. So apparently the Ultimate Edition of the game, which will load up the actual page over here really quickly, you can see that literally the game looks great, by the way. I think this is probably one of the most impressive shots. Again, every single shot of this game looks great. But here's the Ultimate Editions. Let's see what the fuck it has, okay? Welcome to Leonida, the state where anything goes, okay? So, all right, let's go down. Okay, so you get the 95 Groti Cheetah, which is effectively the cheetah from the original Vice City. Let's not split hairs here. And I'll tell you right now, visually speaking, the game looks good, okay? Like, actually, the details on the vehicles alone are fucking insane to look at, okay? Forget the lighting in the background, forget all of this. Just the lights already look like real car lights that I would actually be looking at in real life, you know? It's crazy stuff. Of course, the interiors, all decadent, nice and shiny. But of course, ultimately, at the end, wait, is that a manual or an automatic? So then you get the Hawk and Little Morgan revolver. So it's glad that they mentioned things like Vercetti Estate here. So at least we know, like, we get to see Tommy's house in some capacity. But you get, like, his and her, like, revolvers from the original fucking game. The Colt Python brought in here. And of course, they have their own individual, like, they got their own individual personalizations. You've got different pistols. So I guess in the game, both characters will have access to different guns. So like Jason gets a Girardi ES9 and Lucia gets the Close K17. I don't know if you can buy these in an ammunition separately, but like, again, the visuals are great, right? I'm not even denying here. Like, look at the actual, like, just the detail put into like a fucking candle graphic that most people won't actually ever see is kind of fucking badass. But this is where, again, things get, like, worse, right? Like, obviously, they have exclusive, like, cosmetics here. So, again, different tattoos, clothing, whatever. But, then you go down and then you've got different vehicles, too, for, like, Jason. So he's got different safe house vehicles, like this bike. You got this kayak. And then, of course, you've got, like, the retro muscle car for him. So, of course, the further you go down, now you have an entire shop, right? So the mod shop, Rideout Customs, is only open for business with the Ultimate Edition. So, again, a whole set of modifications to a certain set of vehicles has been blocked off. That isn't to say every single custom shop is blocked off. Obviously, look, we've all played GTA 5, we played San Andreas, there's multiple different storefronts. It seems like what Rockstar has done is they've locked off this store. So I guess in the game, when you drive there, you know, you probably can't go in, or it'll give you like a little blip on the top left. It's like, you're poor. This is only for the rich gamers. You should have bought the more expensive edition. They've got signature salon styles, facial hair, makeup, and nails. Sorry, Lucia. Daddy was too poor to buy the Ultimate Edition. You can't get your nails done, bitch. Is that what the game is gonna fucking say? Now they give you the Shih Tzu Squalo Watercraft, so another vehicle locked behind the paywall. Okay? Again, by the way, the game looks fucking exceptional here, by the way. I'm not even going to deny that. That looks great, okay? But again, another vehicle locked behind. Another clothing store, Stock 305. Only, like, I don't understand the gameplay, like, shit over here. Is it that if you go to this store, like, you walk up to the door, is the game gonna be like, you're fucking poor? You can't buy the Ultimate Edition crap. So again, it's like a lot of, like, it seems like a fair amount of cosmetics that are kind of being locked off. Another vehicle and a garage, so the 67 Vapid Dominator buggy, which is apparently in Mount Caliga, so the second state in the game. And again, this is storing it at the Paradise Garage in Watson Bay, which features a weapon locker plus a secure place to deposit stolen goods. So I guess it seems like a robbery minigame is in the game too. So again, an entire like garage and a vehicle also locked off, which is, again, not a good sign. 50 signature tattoos. Are you gonna go inside? And this fucking tattoo artist is like, you're poor. You can't get access to these tattoos. Daddy should have given you more money. Like, is that what? I don't understand, man. And again, I know that the game is massive and there's going to be multiple different storefronts, but it is kind of shitty to lock off stuff like this in a single player experience. And of course, then you get another mod shop. Jesus Christ, man. Like 2 mod shops for vehicles like blocked off. That's insane. And of course, more gear, I guess. And then gang compound? Oh, dude. So much like Red Dead 2, like Red Dead 2 also had content that was cut out, but it wasn't like really all that meaningful. Like generally speaking, like they had one heist locked off, but it was basically like a 5-minute heist. And, you never really had to worry about it again. I think maybe a gang hideout was locked off. I probably never even did that one simply because at that point I was just kind of like beelining the story. But yeah, over here, a goods store has been locked off, so I guess rating this is only for people that are rich. So if you go to this gang, they won't let you rob them because they'll be like, you're too poor, loser. Like, what are you doing? You're poor. Like, is that what's gonna happen? Classic car collection. Track down a variety of abandoned, classic, and work in progress. So this isn't just like a mission. This seems like a thread of vehicles to be robbing. And that's also blocked off to the Ultimate Edition people. So that's a lot more content that I thought, than I actually envisioned was going to be removed. And look, at the end of the day, I get it. This is what AAA gaming has kind of been doing for a long time. Ubisoft would have been criticized, rightfully so, for this. So I think Rockstar ultimately doing this is really shitty. In the end of the day, the physical media news was such a kick to the balls that this Ultimate Edition stuff doesn't really matter. If anything, I'm going to be completely real with you. I'm going to probably... Actually, I don't know if I can... I probably do have to beep out what I just said because of YouTube's TOS. But ultimately, at the end of the day, look, anytime like I would buy single-player games like this, what I would usually do is... instead of paying the $40 extra for this Ultimate Edition crap, in a single-player game, usually I would just have, like, a trainer that would activate this DLC, because usually it's registered as DLC in a video game. I would just usually enable that and get access to it. It's a single-player game. Like, I'm sorry, like, this kind of, like, cosmetic crap is not something that I think anybody should be paying for if you're not even getting the baseline game physically available anyways, right? Like, to me, I bought this edition because I like the steelbook, I like the physical goodies you get in reality alongside the game. But the Ultimate Edition can go fuck itself. Like, simple as that. It's like, what, for like a few cars, like mod shops, which it does suck that like they're locking behind like at least 4 stores behind the Ultimate Edition. And again, 2 of the mission chains. But ultimately, this is going to be a really huge game, so to consider that to be like mainline content or something that is meaningful in depth is kind of a little bit facetious. But ultimately, the end, man, I think the worst practice that I've seen over here is that Rockstar has, and I did not expect this from them, normalizing the fact that you don't own the physical stuff. And again, to go back to that, like, listen, there might be a reason that the game is like 300 fucking gigs or some shit, like 200 to 300 gigabytes, because I do think the game might be around that 200-ish plus gigabyte mark, which at that point, just put 3 Blu-rays in the fucking bag, okay? Tons of companies have done that. Like, Cyberpunk 2077, for all the ills they get, they gave you a physical version for systems like even the Xbox, right? Where instead of the PlayStation where they gave you like a download code on disc, they gave you like 3 discs on the Xbox with all the DLC and everything included. Hell, with the Nintendo Switch, they gave you everything on the cart, for crying out loud. There's no reason why a company as massive and financially secure as Rockstar can't give you the whole game physically available. And I don't want to hear this bullshit about, oh, but the game's going to get leaked and people are going to share footage online. Dog, I don't really give a fuck about that. That should never be an excuse to allow a gaming company to say, okay, we're not even going to give you the game physically anymore. If anything, this has kind of deflated my excitement for GTA 6 on the PlayStation, because ultimately at the end of the day, I think I'm more comfortable. I've already waited so long anyways that I don't mind waiting a little bit more for the PC version. And I'll explain why, right? Like if we're at a point where digital gaming is, I guess, the fucking future, then I'd rather be on a platform that's more friendly to digital gamers like Steam or anything on the PC. And ultimately, the end, Rockstar PC ports have been pretty good since the days of GTA 4, like 5, Red Dead 2 have been exceptionally fine games on the PC. So the fact that they haven't even shown 60 frames gameplay shows me that by the time this drops November, this will not be running 60 frames, from my understanding, on the PS5 or the Xbox Series X. Maybe on the PlayStation Pro, like it might go up to 60, but it looks so good at this point that I don't know if we're reaching there. If they had 60 frames gameplay, they might have shown it off, maybe in like a trailer or some of these like online website graphics they've had. So it makes me wonder, like, look, if I'm not even getting the game physically, can I wait the extra, how much would it be, like a year at this point, to get access to GTA 6 on the PC where I can play it on super ultra wide, 120 frames per second, maybe also play it on like a handheld computer that's powerful enough to run GTA 6, not the Steam Deck, of course. Maybe that might be like the play, right? And then I also don't have to pay the online fees for PlayStation Plus just to play Grand Theft Auto Online and all the extra shit, right? Like, I'll be real, the physical disc stuff really kicked the balls and like really pulled the wind out of my sails, because I was really expecting to go to the store, man, and like buy this fucking game and like actually own it on disc. And like I was looking really forward to like buying it. Like I was gonna go out, probably go on like a date night, and then like like pick up the game, come home, install it on my PlayStation. Like half the fun for it was just putting the discs in and seeing the bar go across. It's like, hey, this is how much data you need to play the game, and put in the play disc, and then you slide that in, game fades to the, graphic, and then goes right to the disclaimer screen, and then, you get the whole idea. I don't have to give you the play-by-play on a game launch. That's what I was kind of looking a little bit forward to, I'll be honest with you, but kind of a fucking kick on the dick, I'll be real. But yeah, it's still going to be one of the biggest games ever. And unfortunately, I think Rockstar's kind of normalized more so the absence of owning your stuff. And I guess the reason why I'm also making this video too is I've noticed too, like, hey, listen, if you bitch hard enough, maybe things change. And I do hope that maybe there's enough of a backlash for Rock, because there's still time to releasing this game. Like, we still got a lot of time. I'm hoping that Rockstar kind of turns course and says, okay, we'll give you a physical disc edition. But I don't know, man. I mean, there's a lot of gamers that are like, fuck physical media, I just buy shit digitally. And there's so much gaslighting now where it's like the physical shit literally isn't even physical. Like, that gaslighting still exists. So yeah, man, kind of a disappointing news. I'll be real with you. Really disappointing to me. But anyways, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. I am out.